So let's conclude and think about what we've covered within this session. Well, we started off by what is the rationale? Why use dynamometry? What is the purpose for this? And then we spent a lot of time understanding the issues of validity and reliability. We talked about the way in which the dynamometer works, that it's fundamentally about applying a braking force to control the angular velocity at which the limb is moving at. And only when the limb is actually in what we call the isokinetic phase, that is when it's the angular velocity is matched to the preset or the target speed, do we actually get the data that is valid in terms of isokinetic strength. We spoke about the role of participant placement and making sure that we've got alignment between the dynamometer arm and the limb. We also spoke about the role of things like gravity correction, and then thinking about the muscle actions that are involved, whether it's eccentric, concentric, abduction, adduction, the angular velocities that we need to work out, and also the number of trials that we need to do in order to get reliable data. And then we then spoke a little bit about the data that we can get from these. So we were thinking about, can we use peak torque, and the issues with peak torque, it seems to be less reliable than mean torque. Mean torque can only be used if you're in essence taking it across that range where you're working isokinetically, that isokinetic phase. We talked about the role of comparing, for example, the prime movers and looking at the reciprocal, for example, the flexors to the extensors, and even the idea of calculating balances between, say, dominant and non-dominant limbs.